Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. Well, in this episode, we're going to take a look at the KF101 drone. Well, that's the case. That's not the drone. Let me show you the drone. So that case comes with it, but here's the drone. The drone looks just like a Mavic. It looks like a Mavic in so many ways. It's like they just said, hey, let's make a Mavic drone and sell it dirt cheap. So basically that's what you're getting here. Let me tell you the good things about this drone. It has a 3-axis camera gimbal, which is really good, with electronic image stabilization. So when I fly it around here, should see no jitteries, no jello, nothing, I hope, and everything should look smooth. The video quality that records to a micro SD card, yes, you can put a micro SD card in it. The video quality that records to it is at 2K, not 4K, but it's 2K 30 frames per second. But this video you're watching right here is in 4K, right? So I'm gonna take that 2K video, stick it in the timeline of this video, and it automatically becomes 4K. So when you're watching this, if the video looks good to you, it doesn't matter if it's 2K because you can change your 2K to 4K. It's that easy. Camera photos on here as well are only 2K in my test when I tested at my house. Other good features on here, it has an optical flow sensor, which means you can fly this indoors in your house if you wish. Yes, you can fly it indoors if you wish because this will keep it stable because it can't get GPS in your house. Out here, it's going to use the GPS to stay stable and everything will work out well. The includer remote is probably what we're going to see in the DJI Mavic 3 that's coming out later this year, because the Mavic 3 is going to have this sort of style of remote with a display, and this already has one in it. So isn't that pretty cool? I would assume like you probably have a 90% chance that this is what the Mavic 3 remote is going to look like. And there's a button on here that says GPS. If you press that button, then the GPS turns off and you can fly it in your house. Oh, the wind is picking up. Well, we're gonna see how good this drone is in the wind because it's gonna get blown around quite a bit. You plug in a little USB-C and you charge it up. It's the same as the batteries on the drone. The drone, you charge up the batteries. Oh, and let me tell you, this here little unit here runs for about 10 hours after you charge it up, so that's a long time. The range that is advertised on this here drone is 1 kilometer, 1,000 meters. In the world of budget drones, whatever the specification you see on a website, cut it in half for a budget drone. Any drone that's under $400 US, cut the specification in half. So this one here says 1,000 meters. That means you're probably only going to get 500 meters. The same is true for flight time. This one says 24 minutes of flight time. You can knock off probably about 4 minutes. You're probably on average going to get 20 minutes of flight time, because at the 20-minute mark, it's going to tell you low battery and want to return to home. It doesn't have the sophisticated sensors inside to say like, oh, you can fly for another 2 or 3 minutes. So it's probably going to tell you to come back at about 20 minutes. All right, well, I think that's about it. Let's go fly this. Now, since this is a low-cost budget drone, it means that every time you turn the battery on, you have to do a compass and gyro calibration, and they're really easy to do. So let's do that now. So let's get flying. I've already pulled the arms out, so I've got the arms all stuck out the way it should be, and I've got it sitting down on the ground. It's not powered on, but I'm going to power on the controller. There we go. You see a little display up here. Maybe you can't because of the sun. Well, I don't know which way I'll turn. I can see it with my eyes, but this here GoPro might not pick it up. All right, so that's good. Next, take your drone and hold down the power button, and all the blue lights will come to life, and we'll hear a sound, and plop it on the ground. Now that you've turned this on and you've got your controller on, just in case, take your left joystick, move it up and down. Yeah, see it beeps. So now they're connected. Sometimes they don't connect unless you do that. Now your drone is not going to get the satellites up in the sky yet. It's not going to get any GPS signal until you do a compass calibration and maybe even a gyro calibration. So we'll do that now. On this drone, it is as simple as there's a little button over here. See if I can see it. It looks like northwest, southeast compass. Just hold that in. Hold it in for 5 seconds or until you hear a beep. Well, that was a fast beep. And then pick up the drone, start spinning it until you hear beeps. Watch. So first thing we do is spin it horizontally. Let's go around. You can see a light in the front. Oh, there we go. So as I'm spinning it, see the lights on the arms flashing, like the white, can you see that? And in the back, they're blue and flashing. I don't know if the camera's picking it up. Just keep spinning because we want to get the light solid. There, we heard a beep. So now point the nose up and spin again until you hear another beep. And those lights should go to like a, not a fast flashing, but a slower flashing, which means, there we go, which means that they are going to grab GPS. So there we go. See that white? Maybe you can see it. It's slowly flashing. The back, it's going red, blue. It's searching for GPS signal right now. Now on my controller, it does say GPS and it does say I have 8 satellites, so that's good. You need about 8 or 9 to take off. you should also do a gyro calibration. A gyro calibration just means, hey, my drone's on the ground, it's kind of level, you know, set everything to 0. On this drone, I think, I could have it wrong. Sometimes, you know, I fly so many drones, I can't remember how they work. You pull the joysticks down and to the right, so let's try it. No idea if that did anything. I didn't hear a beep, nothing. I don't know. So, good enough. Next thing, let's connect our phone to the drone. So on my phone, if the screen is recording, I will put it out here. You can see I am connected to Wi-Fi, EIS, 5G, GPS, 357E4C. So now that we're connected, the reason it's automatically connected is because I connected my drone once at home, and as soon as you connect it once to the Wi-Fi of your drone, it remembers it forever. And when you go out to a field and there's no Wi-Fi around other than your drone, it always connects automatically and you don't have to do it again. Next, we just start up the app. The app we want to use is called VS GPS Pro. I'm going to start that right now. And on my screen, let's see if it says anything. It says app firmware is 1.82. Everything else looks good. Enter device, and we should get into it. And I should see what the camera sees, and there I see blades of grass. All right, so now I'm going to flip the phone horizontal so that my image looks horizontal. Looking down at my controller, I have 13 satellites on here. I just want to show you the settings really quick. On the top right, you have settings. There's not much. Horizontal calibration. Those calibrations I did, you can do them right here if you want. Let me just show you the next thing. You can, oh, that's for my orbit, surrounding radius. It's set at 11 meters. So I think when I do an orbit, it's going to go to 11 meters. What else do I have? Language, English, and you can format your micro SD card here. So let's go out of that. So that's pretty much it. Let me just put this in my controller, put my cell phone on my controller, and we'll go fly it. All right, a lot of people always ask, what phone are you using? What size is it? I have a case on my phone. I'm using an iPhone 11 Pro Max with a case, so it's quite large, and it fits nicely in the controller. So if you have a big phone, it should fit no problem. All right, next thing, to take this up in the air and fly it and see if it flies normally or whatever, all I do is I pull the joysticks in. Watch this. Starts up, and I'm going to take it up, and I'm just going to get out of the way. I'll stand over here so you can see me in the image. I'm going up. There we are. Wind is blowing it, but it's pretty darn smooth. It has altitude hold. I let go of all the buttons, and it's staying right there. All right, so what I want to show you now is just what the video quality looks like. I'm just walking back and forth here. Can you see the video quality? I've got the little white line so that it keeps me in frame. You can see like a straight line, and where I'm moving here, I'll move all the way over here. There we go. So that's the video quality. Now let me show you some of the features of this drone. All right, first feature to show you, the drone is way up there, and I want to show you on my controller, I have a little dial here to move the gimbal, the camera gimbal up and down. So watch this, I move it down. Yeah, it makes the beep, but it is pretty smooth. So here, I can get under, there we are, I'm underneath, and I'll move the camera gimbal down further, I think. Can I go further? Yeah, there we go. I can go all the way to the white line. So let's go down here. There we are, look it up. And so 90 degrees down, and I'm gonna get it to go all the way forward. There we go. And I'm gonna show you the follow me. So you have a little square on the left of your screen. If my screen is recording, looks like a cube. Look from the left to the right, you have lens turn, which is to look at the bottom camera. VR mode, if you want to put VR goggles on, they only cost $30 on Amazon. Go buy yourself a set, put your phone in them, and then you can fly like with goggles on. Waypoints and GPS follow. Let's do the GPS follow right now. Click on that. The drone should find the GPS on my phone. It's coming close to me. Oh, this is pretty cool. All right, so it's doing automatically. Nice. I didn't do that. I didn't bring the drone close. So I'm going to bring the camera down. I'm just going to turn around with my back to it and walk. Got my arms out. See if it follows me. Wow, that's doing an awesome job of following. I like the fact that it set the distance itself. I had the drone far away, and it decided itself that it had to get close to me. So I'm going sideways now. Let's see, will I walk off the screen or will it turn? I'm going on the white lines here. It's turning automatically. I'm not doing anything. That's pretty good. Pretty good. It's keeping me in the image. Very nice. Very nice indeed. There, it's done a full 360. I've come right around. All right. So a lot of people ask, will the follow work at different heights? I've got it up, so let's try it. Coming down, coming down, coming down. So now you get a cool image because I'm bringing the drone down to about my hip level. And let's see if the follow works. Follow, follow, follow. Will you work at that level? Yep, it's still coming. It is still coming. That is sweet. All right, so this here drone gets an A+ for the follow mode. All right, I'm gonna keep it low to the ground. It's over there, and I'm gonna try the orbit. It said it was set to 11 meters. Hopefully that's not gonna hit anything behind it. So I'm gonna go surround. And let's see, oh, it rose. I did not put it up, and it's turning. So it's turned around to orbit what is over there. So let me get over here in the image. If I'm not mistaken, it's one of these orbits I just ran over to be in the image. That it's sitting there ready to orbit where I rose it, and it's waiting for me to tell it which direction. And there it goes. It's orbiting here that way. It's a very strange orbit type thing, but there it goes. It's gonna go around and do its stuff. So I don't know if you can see it, but right behind the drone is the moon. I can see the moon there. I've just put, well, at least with my finger in the drone, I put the drone on top of the moon or below the moon. I don't know. Anyways, next thing to show you is let's bring it down. Let's try out the speed. It says it's got a slow and fast speed. This is the fast speed. It'll go by me super fast. Or it's coming right at me super fast. There we go. There we go. That's the fast speed. Much different than the slow. I'll put it in the slow. So now slow speed coming past me. There we go. Slower. So looking at my screen, what else do we have? We've already done the surround. We do have waypoints, so I'll click on the waypoints. There's your map. There I am. I can zoom in and out. You can see where I am. So the circle you see, the massive circle, is basically where I can put the waypoints. The drone is the triangle reddish thing, and the red little circle would be me. So I can make waypoints. I just need a waypoint button. I don't really see one, but I'm gonna just tap the screen and see what happens. There we go. So I hit waypoint 1, and I can set the speed, altitude, and whatever residence time. Oh, how long to stay at that waypoint. So I'll just put 2 waypoints. Waypoint 2, there we go. So both of them are 6 meters, 20 meters of height, and I'm gonna hit the go button. And let's see if it goes up and goes to those waypoints. Go. Okay, please confirm, slide. There she goes. And it should go do waypoint 1 and 2. And on my screen, I should see what's happening here. I don't know if I can show you like a picture-in-picture thing of what's happening and what's on my screen at the same time. On my screen here, it says height is 21 meters. That's where it was supposed to be, 2021. And I can see now on my screen, the drone is moving. It's got to go to number 1, which is over there in the sun. So I am now blind for the next 2 hours. And then it's got to come back to waypoint number 2. So the waypoints on here work perfect. And I like the fact that you can actually set parameters. My God, that sun is bright. Okay, I'm going to stop that because I'm going blind here. Okay, now that the drone is up there, let me get out of the sun. I'm going blind here. Now that the drone is up there, I'm going to fly it around, take some video and photos for your viewing pleasure to see if this is a drone you love. Here we go. All right, the drone is far, far, far over there. I can hit the return to home. And let's see if she comes back. I hear all the beeping. The drone should be returning. I don't know if you can see this, but my drone is returning, but it looks like it's drunk. Can you see it up there? It's going side to side. I'm not doing that. It's coming home, but look at it. It's like a drunk stagger. It's going left, it's just left and right everywhere. I've never seen the drone do that before. That is the weirdest thing. Look at it. Look at that. Oh, I'm in the sun. Hang on, guys. I'm going blind here. Wait till it gets over top. There it is. See if you can see it. It's just side to side. What the heck is up with that? Okay, it's turning to come down. And is it gonna land on the tree? I'm looking up at it. Here we go. Okay, so it's right there. The landing pad's there, it's not bad. It doesn't do that wonky thing anymore. It's fixed itself from banging all over the place, side to side. Now it's slowing down. I'll get nice and close to it. There we go. Land, baby, land! And it's mowing the lawn. And eventually it shuts itself off. Doing the sniff test, just checking for alcohol on the breath. No, you seem quite good, no idea. So, next thing I want to show you is what comes in the box when you buy this drone. Check it out, then come back to me and I'll give you my final thoughts on this drone. Check it out. Here we have the box your drone comes in. Opening the box, you'll find a shoulder bag. Opening the shoulder bag, you'll find your drone. First thing you'll notice about this drone is it looks identical to a DJI Mavic. It has foldable props, brushless motors, and LED lights under each arm. It can record video and photos to a micro SD card. It comes with a 3-cell 2500 milliamp hour LiPo battery that can be charged by USB-C, and a USB-C cable is included. The camera does have a 120-degree field of view, and it is on a 3-axis gimbal with electronic image stabilization. Total takeoff weight of the drone is 574 grams. The included controller has a DJI design to it, and the buttons are all easily accessible and understandable due to the images on them. A spare set of props are included, as well as an instruction manual to get you out flying quickly. Alright, so final thoughts on this drone. I will say the range is pretty darn decent for this drone. It was just as I expected, about 500 meters. No problem, had good connection. I did lose connection at one point, and when it was starting to get choppy, I could see it in the video, I knew the connection was going to go. So I just pressed the return to home, and that's when it did the drunk return to home. It's a new thing for drones, drunk return to home. This one has it. New feature. Can't get it in any other drone. This is it. I haven't seen the video from the camera, but when I shot some video in my house in low light, it actually looked pretty good. Photo quality, when I took photos in the house in low light, lots of noise in the photos because the drone camera is really not designed for low light. So when it takes photos, it needs lots of sunlight. I love the controller this size. It fits really nice in the hands, and this display, it's a must. When you buy a budget drone, it's really good to have a display, because a lot of times the video, if it gets staticky on your phone or it just freezes up and doesn't do anything, you don't know where your drone is or what it's doing. But on the display, all the telemetry is there, so I could look and see, okay, it's still at a height of 20 meters where I left it, and I can see what the distance is. I can make it go farther even though I have no video connection, or I can make it come back, or I can hit return to home, and I can see it right on the display that it's returning to home as the distance away from me gets less and less on here. And I can see the satellites and that everything is working well. So always get a budget drone with a display if possible. So all in all, I don't have any complaints other than the drunk return to home. That was the weirdest thing, but it still returned to home and it did a good job. So I don't know. Hey, if you guys buy this drone, tell me if it has a drunk return to home as well. Also, this drone here, if I didn't already mention it in the video, this drone is pretty much 100% identical to the Vizio. I'll put below, it's a Vizio. I can't remember which drone it is, Vizio something. They're the same drone, just different manufacturers or different people stamp their names, distributors stamp their names on it. So same drone as that. So I will put links below. I know it's on sale right now, or there's a discount code, one or the other. I know there's a reduced price, so if you buy it, you know, as you're watching this video, when this video came out, it's probably at a low price. It's not that expensive. It's over $100, under $200 for what you get. Not bad to get a camera that's got a 3-axis gimbal with electronic image stabilization. So those links are below. It's on the CAFAGO website. Check it out. CAFAGO website. Check it out and see if this is the drone for you or somebody else that you want to buy it for as a gift or whatever. All right, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you have questions on this drone, just post them below. I'll get back to you. And thanks for watching. Catch you in the next one. Bye.